In today's video, I'm going to be talking about influencer whitelisting, which is a term that is coming up more and more every day in influencer contracts. So I'll answer the question, what is influencer whitelisting? And we'll chat about how much to charge for whitelisting when brands ask for your rates. And by the way, I created an entire playlist called Influencer Contracts to help you understand terms like usage rights in perpetuity, exclusivity, and whitelisting. So if you want to learn about some of the other terms that you'll come across in contracts that you sign with brands, make sure to watch the videos in that playlist next. Okay, so let's talk about influencer whitelisting. So in a nutshell, whitelisting involves giving brands permission to promote your sponsored posts with their ad spend on your behalf and with your handle, not theirs. Meaning sponsored posts that you share on your Instagram profile, for example, will appear as though they've been boosted or promoted by you, but it's really the brand that's putting the advertising dollars behind it. So for simplicity purposes, you can compare it to a brand hiring and paying a professional photographer and graphic design team to create an ad and then run it on Instagram. But instead, the final image is one that you create, and then the brand puts that same ad spend behind it, but they pay you for the sponsored post and Instagram to boost it, rather than paying a professional photographer and graphic design team. Okay, so whitelisting or boosting a post involves a brand putting money behind your content. Typically, they do so by asking you to grant them ad manager permissions on your Facebook or Instagram account. The brand will then literally turn your sponsored post into a paid ad coming from your profile. So essentially, influencer whitelisting is similar to, like a celebrity endorsing a product for a brand, like TV or in a magazine, but on Instagram or, TikTok or YouTube instead. By the way, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jay, and I'm the creator of 11th Street Studio Influencer Agency. If you'd like to learn how you can join our private influencer community to partner with brands that are looking for influencers like you, make sure to click the link below this video to get on our influencer VIP email list. And if you'd like to learn about all of our full-length e-courses for influencers, including how to grow on Instagram, how to make money as an influencer, how to price your rates, and how to negotiate brand deals, click the link below this video to check out our members area, where you'll find all of the current e-courses. Also, we're currently offering the first 500 members the chance to join the 49 Forever plan, meaning as long as you're a member, you can access all of the e-courses, resources, and private community to chat with other members for only $49 a month, even after we add more e-courses and resources and the price increases. Just make sure that you join soon though, because new members are joining every day, and that price will go away when 500 members join. Okay, back to the video. So why do brands want to whitelist influencers' posts? Well, like I say on this channel a lot, research has proven that consumers prefer influencer content to traditional brand ads on Instagram or any other social media platform for that matter. Influencer content typically outperforms brand ads. I mean, think about it. How often do you stop scrolling to look at ads on Instagram in your post feed or in your stories feed? I'm gonna guess your answer is not very often. But like most people on Instagram, I bet you do stop to check out the posts and stories that the influencers you follow share. So because of this, brands are willing to pay a lot of money for whitelisting, because unlike traditional ads, influencer generated content drives significant results for brands. I mean, just think about all the times products have gone viral and sold out because someone on, TikTok, for example, shared a video about a product, like the Brazilian Bum Bum cream, for example. The truth is, influencer whitelisting is popular because it really benefits brands a lot. Plus, they tend to have more control over the audiences they target, the copy in the caption and the call to actions. And when influencers whitelist a post, marketers get to promote the content to your audience and to other lookalike audiences. And that results in the post getting significant views outside both yours and the brand's current audience. Okay, now let's pivot and chat about how much to charge for whitelisting. Remember, when you agree to whitelist a post, brands benefit financially from your name and likeness, and you should 100% get paid for that. So in my experience, the way many influencers price their rates for whitelisting fall into 3 categories. 1, by charging 100% of the original final sponsored post rate for every 30-day period the brand wants to whitelist the post. 2, by charging the brand 5% of the brand's total ad spend. And 3, by including it directly in their sponsored post rates. So let's break down each of these options. Let's say, for example, a travel brand wants to pay you $1,000 for one static Instagram post, and they'd like to also whitelist or boost it for 2 months. In the first scenario, you could charge them a 100% fee of the $1,000 rate as an additional whitelisting fee for each month. Okay, so here's the calculations for that. You want to multiply $1,000 for one static post times 100%, and that equals a $1,000 whitelisting fee for 30 days. Then multiply the $1,000 whitelisting fee times 2 months, and that equals a $2,000 whitelisting fee for 60 days. Okay, and then next you want to add those 2 rates together. So $1,000 for one static post plus the $2,000 whitelisting fee, and that brings the total collaboration rate to $3,000. Okay, and then in the next option, you could ask the brand what their total ad spend would be for the whitelisted content and then charge them an additional fee based on a percentage of their ad spend. In that scenario, you could charge them 5% of the total ad spend. So say that same travel brand offers to pay you $1,000 for one static post, and they tell you that the total ad spend to boost the post will be $25,000. Okay, so here's the calculations for that scenario. You want to multiply the $25,000 ad spend times 5%, which equals $1,250 in an ad spend fee. Then you add the $1,000 rate for the static post to the $1,250 ad spend fee, and that brings the total collaboration rate to $2,250. Ultimately, you will have to determine which method works best for you. Now, I think it's worth mentioning here, if it is a smaller brand approaching you, you may want to only charge them, like 50% instead of 100% if you go with that first option. But of course, it's really up to you. Now, another option that influencers are starting to offer is to include whitelisting nestled right in with their base rates, as if, it's like a given fee. So instead of offering a base rate and then charging an extra fee for whitelisting, many influencers are now operating as if whitelisting is the norm, and for good reason, as it certainly is becoming the norm. So this means that brands will initially see a higher rate than expected, maybe have some sticker shock, but they won't need to pay additional fees to whitelist their content because, like I said, it's already included. So you can think of it like this. When you get your haircut, you don't need to pay extra to have your stylist shampoo and blow dry your hair, right? The final price of the haircut includes a shampoo and blow dry. And that's how some influencers are pricing their rates. by including whitelisting in them, since it's such a frequent request from brands nowadays. Of course, in the end, you have to determine which formula works best for you. But at the end of the day, things like whitelisting and usage rights and exclusivity will cost brands extra. And if you have any questions at all about the contracts that brands send over, definitely ask them to clarify. Or you can always have a lawyer review them for you. Now, if you are on the search for a lawyer to review your contracts, I recommend my friend Dan Pajero, who's an attorney in the state of New York and specializes in intellectual property. So I'll put his contact information below this video if you want to reach out to him directly. So as far as whitelisting goes, when you really think about it, it makes sense that brands everywhere are asking influencers for their whitelisting rates, because there's really been a steady decline in organic reach. There's really no denying that. Reaching followers organically with all of the algorithm changes and updates is becoming more and more difficult for everyone, even for influencers with hundreds of thousands of followers. Which is why whitelisting is ideal for brands that have specific goals and want the best results from their influencer partnerships. So to get the best outcomes, brands are now including whitelisting as a part of their influencer contracts more and more every day. In fact, let me know in the comments below how many brands have requested it from you this year. I'm really curious. Now, with that said, I read a quote recently that made me kind of laugh. It said that influencers are the pro package of social media ads, and many are charging a fee for the added service. And it's true. You know, influencers really are the pro package of social media ads. And according to the influencer agency Collectively, 60% of influencers with more than 50,000 followers charge a fee to whitelist, boost, or amplify their content. And 45% of influencers with 50,000 followers or less charge a whitelisting fee as well. This was discovered by the creator payment platform Lumano, which partnered with Collectively to survey over 400 influencers on the future of influencer marketing. And they found that boosting sponsored posts and whitelisting was a big topic of discussion. And their survey found that 80% of influencers had been asked to amplify content as a part of a collaboration. And like I just mentioned, in terms of compensation, the majority of influencers said that they charge a fee to allow brand partners to whitelist, boost, or amplify content above and beyond their usual fees for content creation. So why are influencers with smaller follower counts more likely to not charge? Well, they're more likely to see the benefit of having their content amplified in order to grow their follower count, and are therefore less likely to charge a fee for that service. So, like I said in the last video I shared about exclusivity, whitelisting is a great opportunity to not only gain followers organically, but to also get paid really well in the process. So, by all means, let brands know that you're open to it, and of course, charge them accordingly. So to recap, the benefits of whitelisting are kind of endless. Not only do you gain exposure to new audiences beyond just your current followers organically, but it also allows you to really maximize your partnership with brands by driving clicks and sales and awareness on a much larger scale. Plus, it gives you the opportunity to engage with brands long term. And that is obviously ideal in a world where one-off posts previously were the norm and really left influencers scrambling to land new deals. It provides much more financial freedom and security than one-off posts ever could. Okay, that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments how often this year brands have requested whitelisting from you. I'd really love to know. I think I've personally been asked a handful of times, so maybe 5 or 6 myself. Also, before you go, remember to check out the influencer contracts playlist to learn about other terms that come up in influencer contracts. And of course, remember to check out the members area and enter the discount code 49forever to join while the price is discounted, because it will increase, again, once we have 500 members, and I don't want you to miss out. Also, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. And of course, if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.